Uh, so we are starting recording now, and what we want to do here today is to get experience of global from Canada, UK, US, Australia, India, France. We want to tap from their knowledge, what they have done, and how we Africa, because this is the first time the Africa will come in this kind of forum, Gigi Worker in Africa will come with this kind of forum. We want to tap the experience of those people that are there before us. They are doing this job before us. So from there, we'll now take it in Africa so that I can now look the methodology that we can use. Here we have Ghana here, we have Uganda here, we have Kenya here, we have South Africa here, and we still collaborate with the other part of Africa to bring everybody together, because this is a continent on its own, and they want to bring everybody together so that you can be able to really understand how this system works, because it's a very new thing and it's a technology-driven economy, and that's why they call it GG economy. If US cannot get it right now, Canada is trying to put everything in place. France is struggle to bring all those things together, and the UK is a virtue of getting it right. So if the advanced country are still struggling to bring things to work concerned to gig economy, I believe we in Africa here, we need to learn from them, and we need to understand how this system operates so that we will not misfire. We have been suffering, like in Nigeria since 2014, that Uber came to this country. We have been suffering since then, and we have not get headway. Well, thank God that we can continue to struggle and fight for our rights. But the most important thing is that how do we get it right in Nigeria, in Africa, and globally? That's why we are collaborating alliance with the global world so that they can give us the much experience and power that we have to drive this struggle, because this struggle is not for a baby. So sorry. We welcome everybody. I can see Nico here. welcome. So welcome, comrade. I'm very grateful for you to join us here today. And we are just starting the program. And what I said, let me just recap it, that we need people like you, veterans from the US and UK. The way you people are doing it, we Africa want to tap from your experience. This is the December, and we are going to preset year 2021. So we don't want to leave this opportunity to pass us by. That's why we invite people like you to join us today. And we have Ghana here, we have Kenya here, we have South Africa here, we have Uganda here. So, and as I can see now, people will introduce themselves, and from there, we can now give room for our veterans from all over the world to give us their experience and advise us here in Africa. But this is the first time the Africa will do this forum, so that we can really understand how this gig economy really works. Thank you very much. I welcome everybody. So first, let us introduce ourselves. Let me start it from Comrade AJ.
Okay, let me start.
Okay. Okay. Okay, you can start. Evans, you can start.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Evans from Nigeria. I'm the Vice President North of NUPAC in Nigeria. I'm happy to be among you guys, and I pray that whatever we're going to discuss here, we'll have a fruitful discussion here, please. Thank you.
Yes, Comrade AJ, please.
Yes, so my name is Ijaz. My
actually background from Pakistan, but I'm settled in Canada, in Toronto, around 18 years ago. And I am very active in trade union movement in Pakistan also. And when I shifted in Canada, so I think I am alone person maybe in the world now to representing taxi industry, limousine industry, and also ride sharing company industry. So I am a general secretary of Taxi Union of Toronto. I am president of Limousine Driver Association of Toronto. And in future, when our union properly we get from court, I am also president of Uber drivers in Canada. So whatever we get any result, we get only for two things. One, we are united, we are together, we trust to each other. And then we join one big federation here who support us in all matters. That is why we are in now in win-win position. So this is my start wording for you.
Thank you very much. Comrade Nico, thank you for honoring our invitation. Please.
Hello.
Hello, comrade.
I'm in California, and I'm a member of Rideshare Drivers United in California. And it's the middle of the night here, so I won't be able to stay on long. But I just I wanted to just reach out in solidarity to all of you who continue to be a great source of inspiration to the people here in California. You know, we're in our own fight. We're trying to gain basic labor rights, and the companies deceived the voters to think that by voting for their initiative, drivers were going to get basic rights, and instead they voted our rights away. So we're still in the fight, and we are working to change the law in California and also try to get a better law in the United States. So that's what we're working on. We're around 20,000 drivers in California, and it's very nice to see you all.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful that you honor. Please let us mute our speaker when we are not talking, please, so that we can get us clearly. Thank you very much, Nico. I really appreciate your, your support and solidarity. Now, just to start, okay, John, please introduce yourself briefly, please. Let's try to manage our time because many people are busy here, so that we can be able to benefit more before the cut off the line. Please, John, introduce yourself.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, thank you very much, comrade, for this opportunity. And still thank you so much also for preparing for this meeting. It's a great honor, it's a great step forward, if we can really try, or we can really manage to unite, the whole world in matters concerning to gig workers or, technology and transport workers. My name's John Kimani. I'm a Kenyan. I work in Nairobi, that's the capital city of Kenya. And I started, activism, concerning, the way the industry is, and advocating for drivers' rights here in Kenya in the year 2017. So 3 years down the line, I've been doing this. I've been trying my best, and despite challenges here and there, we are really trying, and we are very hopeful. In coming year 2021, I think, in Kenya, we'll have regulations, and you know, this industry will be regulated, and then now we'll have you know, better policies, which at least will govern this industry. Okay, let me introduce myself to that point. Maybe I'll add more as the meeting continues. Thank you very much, the host.
Thank you very much. Yeah, do we still have anybody here that has not introduced him or ourselves? I don't think so, for my part here. Just to speedily start off, let me call on Comrade Nico from USA, California precisely, to give us the little experience, what they are going through, what they want to advise us, what we need to expect 2021. Is there any hope for GG workers in US and Africa and global at large? Over to you, Comrade Nico. Comrade Nico Mo, can you hear me?
I'm sorry, I did not hear what you asked.
Okay, I said that as a veteran in this struggle, so we want to know if there's a hope for GG workers globally in Africa and the United States of America. We want to know how you people take the fight and what are the message you have for us coming 2021.
So I think, whenever we get together and do an action or fight some bad policy, or when they lower our rates, I think we always do good actions. And, I see you guys doing the same thing. I think the thing for us is that we have to continue to build. The only power that we really have are the people. And, it's very easy to get comfortable when you have a couple hundred people, who are coming out to your actions and that kind of thing. But we have to continue to build. And it means really helping everybody to become organizers, become leaders, and to continue to really listen to what drivers are going through, and building stronger and stronger organizations where we're better connected. These companies have incredible power, as we all know, to change what the government's doing for their favor and not for drivers. And we have to be able to push back. Our international strike, and I think we all participated back in May, was incredible because across the world, we changed the conversation right before Uber's IPO. They were just talking about, is it a good investment or is it not a good investment? And because drivers came out all over the world, they started talking about, we could invest in this company, but they have bad labor practices. And we watched, their stock tank. And it was really, in large part, because of our international solidarity. So that's my main thing. The main reason we've been able to do anything is because we keep pulling more and more drivers in, having a larger and larger group of leaders, and we continue to grow. And we have to think really strategically about the reason these companies are doing this to us, and how the only way we can get them in check is internationally. So anyway, I'm just, that's all I could say tonight. I hope that is understandable.
I will ask the question, one question more. Is there any hope to overturn Prop 222? We have AB5 that we hope that will be a yardstick for all of us globally. But now that the Uber overturned it due to the last elections. Is there any hope for California drivers to overturn the? Or there's another methodology we will use to overtake them. Just I need you to touch that area before.
Yeah. So there absolutely is hope. I think you know, the only reason that AB5 was undone by the proposition that Uber put on our California ballot was because they deceived the voters. You know, they spent over $200 million to deceive US voters into thinking they were actually supporting drivers. 40% of the people that voted for the Uber initiative thought they were voting for drivers. So it was a campaign of deception. So the people are actually want to support drivers. And we believe we can continue to expose how horrible this law is that they have put on us. And then we also have hope with the national agenda. The new administration in the White House wants to support labor and has included the idea that app-based workers deserve basic labor rights and protections, which is basically an AB5 direction for the country, which is really good. And then, you know, the activities around the world, including the really outstanding work that's being done in Amsterdam around the data and algorithms that control us. All of that is very hopeful. You know, I mean, we've been winning and winning and winning. I mean, we're not making money yet. It's not fair yet. It's not just, but we've been winning and we do have setbacks. It's a long fight. These are some of the biggest companies in the world. There's absolutely hope.
Thank you very much for that, to hear from you. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. We really appreciate you. Thank you.
Hey, Faisal, nice to see you.
Yeah, thank you.
I have to go in. I'm disturbing the family, so.
No problem. No problem. Thank
all right.
you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Comrade Ejas, am I correct? From Canada. Over to you, sir.
Yes, please.
Comrade. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Brother Ibrahim. So, wherever we need power will become only with the unity. When we together start with our countries and we need fundings, and then we will get our goals. So in Canada, Uber start in 2012. And the Lyft come in 2017. So when Uber start, limousine driver and taxi driver, legal license driver originally start with his work. And then he introduced in 2016 a new version called private vehicles, UberX. And then flood of vehicles come. Roughly, I told you around more than 100,000 private vehicles drivers are working with Uber as a private vehicles. And the legal limousine driver who are the black car and chauffeur driver working as a Uber with Uber Black and SUVs as around 1,000 plus. So what we will plan it because they are before my limousine driver association's member. So we plan it and we will show our strength with union and we apply for union in Uber. So the Ontario is the province who take care for all that matters. They want 51% of these black car drivers showing strength, and we will show the strength around 65%, and then Ontario provincial government allow us for voting. So in 20th of January of this running month of 2020, we win that voting, but Uber go to court and take a stay. So result will be freezed. And then COVID-19 start here in particularly in after the mid of March, COVID first phase started. So everything will be slowed down, including courts also. So we wait for the court results, but we request our drivers not to go work and stay homes, because our country, our prime minister also offer us that if you stay at home, they give it to us per family $2,000 for the runnings expenses of your families. And that is started in April and go through up to the next year of February. So our 90% driver take stay in that period at stay home. And luckily, our drivers saved for that COVID-19, but our 3 taxi driver expire for due to COVID-19, and 10 driver from airport companies of limousine driver also expire. But our limousine side and Uber driver side, luckily, we don't face any damage. So this month, we have a good news for everyone. So court decided result in our favor, and union in Uber as a black car are accepted. But we need a proper wording in that letter, which Ontario Labour Board and Labour Court will give it to us, because they mentioning that we are casual employees. If we will accept it casual employees, then we never go for our proper rights. So our lawyer again re-appeal it to put the wording of, instead of casual employees, put permanent employees. Then we get the lessons of CBA, and after that we have a right to go with negotiation with Uber and get employees, regular employees, rights and benefits. So this is why we go for reappeal, and hopefully January and February is going for 2 months for the hearing, and hopefully March, April, we get all proper result which we want, and then we are the CBA union in Uber as a black car driver, as a collective bargaining agent.
इसमें क्या खुशबू आ रही है?
And all help we get from UFCW, United Food and Commercial Union, is around 3 million membership power in North America. They are in Canada and US also. They support us, they help us unconditionally. That is why we get that good result in our favor against these ride sharing Uber union. One other thing which I have to happily inform you, just 2 days ago, we negotiate with our city councillor and mayor, and we get a good benefit for around 6,000 drivers who are the legal drivers and who are the taxi and limousine plate holders in city of Toronto. Before their vehicle run only like 7 years, so we extended 2 more years, and they will go for the instead of 7, 9 years their vehicle, and they save $14,000 in that 2 years, because if you change your vehicle every year, you lost $7,000 from the vehicle, uh, the money. So this is we get it. Also, our insurance rates are very, very high here. Comparatively, private vehicles of UberX, triple money almost we are spending for that insurance. So city also accept our request and forward to Ontario government to take that initiatives and reduce the rates of insurance. So that one also they also agree with us, and they send the letter. And third thing, the renewal of our licenses, city accepted that 75% discount we get to pay that licensing renewal. So we pay only 25%. So this has happened only 2 days ago, and whatever we get, only for one thing. Driver trust us. Driver never look for break their unity like British run in the whole world before in past, divide and rule. We must think that side. We are together with one umbrella in our countries, and then globally, International Alliance of App-based Transport Workers, then we get our goals. So unity is the power, and trust to each other, join to each other, and get the community support, and you get your all goals. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your experience. You tell us what you pass through, how you guys come on board, how you can manage to navigate to this level that you are, and you are still continue to fight. We really appreciate that experience you share, and we really, really appreciate the advice you give to us for unity, that you have to come together if you really want to conquer all this for our problem. So we have, thank you very much. We have Sheikh from India.
Salahuddin.
Salahuddin. Okay, Salahuddin
Yes.
from India with us. And we would like you to introduce yourself, because we have started the program. When you introduce yourself, give us what you have for us so that we can start off from there. And after that, before that, we have Ghana here, Ghana president of Union, App Driver Union in Ghana. Vivi, can you introduce yourself briefly before?
Yeah, hi, good morning. Oh, okay, it's good morning here. I don't know what time it is elsewhere.
Good morning.
I hope everyone is doing fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so my name is Fifi, Bismarck Fifi, and I'm the president for Ghana Online Drivers Association and the chairman for the National Alliance of Digital Driver Unions, Ghana. I'm happy to have all of you here. Talking of unity, it is what we have been dying for. So thank you so much, Jack, and all the other people. Evans, I see you.
Don't worry, we are still come back. We are still come back home. You are part of the host. Let me go straight to the India because India is about 2:30 a.m. in the night now, if I don't make a mistake, because it's 6.5 hours ahead of us here. So please let us give
India timing 3:15.
3:15.
Okay. India timing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We really thank you for that and for you to even, not to close your eyes and join us here in Africa. It's very great thing and honor for us. We appreciate you. So we want you to introduce yourself and give us the word of encouragement, the little experience you have, and the way forward 2021 for all of us that we meet ourselves in this business. You can continue.
I am continue.
Yes.
Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself to us and give us the word of encouragement here in Africa and what are the experience you have and what you would advise to us.
Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum. I am from Sheikh Salahuddin, Indian Federation of App-Based Transport Workers. Okay, at the same time, Telangana State Taxi and Driver JAC Joint Action Committee Chairman. We have the nowadays as Ola Uber is very big. COVID-19 time has very insufficient to drivers come out the totally on roads, because the main reason one of the COVID and another thing is business is not that much of increase last 3 months. Okay, we have run the vehicles, but fuel rates also, diesel rates also very highly day by day. That is the one of the most problem. Now nowadays I am start the campaigning from social security bill. Recently my parliament, India parliament has first time has talking to social security bill in gig workers and platform workers. We have the first IFAD success, that is at the same time draft rule can be government has till 22nd day December you can submitting your draft rule social security. We have to support in that whatever that rule. We have the all IFAT as continuously struggle with draft rule. Okay, we have to 18 pages of draft rule will be ready to submitting the tomorrow. Member of parliaments is the committee of labor and all the MPs who are standing committee member in labor. Okay, that's that work we have to busy from all our colleagues and including me also. That is the main and major impact nowadays. We have to government first, we tell to first welfare board, drivers welfare board, that is national welfare board and state level welfare board. That is the major government indicated our organization. At the same time health ESI PF benefits to be given the driver. Okay, at the same time who as women drivers health and safety. Okay, veterinary benefit also we have to continuously fight from government of India. Government has given the time of 22nd. Please submitting your rule draft rule, your submissions. We have to prepare and ready. Tomorrow we have submitting the government of India member of parliamentary of labor committee, and after we have hope I think not that much of every point of all points will be added government, but we hope 50% at least points will be added that new rule. That is the major now to the processing on India.
Thank you. What are the
And
advanced?
Ola Uber is very cheating company, you know very well. Now he has commission as 20 to 25%. But recently government we have one guidelines will be issued. Ola cannot be more than 20%. You take the commission per ride.
10%.
At the same. But I am said no, that is not a correct. I will say you can just take to 5 to 10% only. We given in the drivers only 5 to 10%, not given that much of 20% per each ride commission. Okay, we have that much of also demand can include. Okay, this continuously, but Ola Uber is very cheating nowadays. He has not given that much of kilometers dry run. Okay, 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers can go that pick up the ride. And now dry run is 10 kilometers. The fuel rates is very high. Drivers are suffering, lot of suffering in India. At the same time, one more demand also in pan India level, not only pan India level, IATW also I will said that last week meeting. That is the main suggestion that whatever our amount is not that much of holding the 1 week. Okay, we including 24 hours you giving the amount from their accounts. Okay, driver accounts. You why can carry the 1 week? That is the main campaigning will be start also. One more that suggestion also we given the government of India. At the same time, I think not only government of India, we have to all states should be this implementation this rule, because we have asked the nowadays drivers are suffering. No, every day payment he has given credit, has drivers some little bit happy. They are not standing that 1 week after they are taken the amount that you know Ola amount, Uber amount.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I just want to ask questions. Did India authority allow you guys, driver on Ola and app, to register your own independence union there in India?
Please, one more time.
I said, did authority of India allow the app-based driver like Ola and Uber to register their own independent union?
No, independent union has not will be there. IFAT only one of the union he has fight from against Ola and Uber. Okay, nowadays he has joining from one umbrella like app workers, totally gig workers and platform workers in one umbrella. Indian Federation of App-based Transport Workers has continuously struggled and continuously joining that Swiggy delivery boys, you know, Zomato delivery boys. He is joining our association and our organization. As day by day very is increasing very highly. India is one nowadays one only organization, that is Indian Federation of App-based Transport Workers.
Yeah. What's the relationship between your union and ITF, International Federation Transport Union?
ITF is our background. Okay, ITF is continuously helping from meetings and communication. Okay, everything has support from ITF, because we start before the IFAT. We have umbrella meeting with continuously with ITF. After IFAT has given the totally one panel, you can go and individually you can create one IFAT that has to one meeting, arrange one group meeting, one umbrella meeting, all states has get together. We had take the decision and go to front line as everyone show, everyone can discuss. We have that time he has IFAT, Indian Federation of App-based Transport Workers, has the front line. But our background is presently ITF only.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that explanation for us. I will just, you know, move on to another person's. We still come back for you to ask you questions and the advice for you have for us. Just let me just move to Africa. I have people here. Adaf Ayomide, I want you to introduce yourself is a Nigeria organizer too. Is part of us. Ayomide, are you there? Please put on your video and introduce yourself briefly. As quick as possible, please. Ayomide? Okay. Ayomide?
If Adaf is not online, I think another person should be given a room to talk.
I think so. Yeah, so while we wait for him.
Okay.
If Adaf is not online, I think another person should be given a room to talk.
Okay. I'll just give you some little time for him. So let me go to Ghana. The president, my president from Ghana, please, I want you to let us do something that will make us to understand. In brief summary, I want the people that join us all over the world to share the little experience we have. And I want to start from Ghana. Please, my president, can you tell us in briefly, please let us manage time so that we know what the Africa is passing through, especially in Ghana there, so that let's start from that.
All right, thank you so much. And I'm happy to have all of you here. And so it looks like the problems we have are the same everywhere. The long pickup, you have to drive a very long distance to pick up a rider. And then also the main challenge we have is the government is not too sure what the industry is about. And so they find it difficult to support us. In fact, you go to the authority that is supposed to be to have a policy to guide what happens in the industry, and the people over there do not know anything about the industry. So the question is, who gave them the certification to operate in the country? And what did they tell them they are coming to do in the country? They were coming to do in the country that they are not aware of what is happening in the country. And the worst of it all is that they are imposing certain levies on us, which one of such levies is that as an online driver, you have to, the name of that levy initially was certification. I mean, authentication. They want to authenticate your license. Then we ask them if the same institution that is mandated by the country to issue licenses to the drivers, why must the same institution ask us for authentication of our licenses, the same licenses that they have issued to us? So we don't understand why they have to ask for authentication of the same license. And so we rejected that. It has been a battle. They started since this year, January. It was supposed to have started on the 2nd of January, but we've been fighting it until today. It's really not working properly. And so the battle is still on. They changed the name from what's the name? Authentication to conversion, which means that they are converting your license from a private license to a commercial license. Then again, we told them that online drivers are not the only commercial drivers in the country. We have other ones that we call trotro, you know, the traditional commercial drivers and so on. They are also commercial drivers, and so it can't be just online, the taxi drivers. So then they changed the name from conversion again to certification. And then again, we said to them that, look, we can convert the same license that you have, we can certify the same license that you have issued to us to be able to drive on the ride hailing, the app, to drive with the ride hailing company. And so it has been a battle for us. Our main challenge is because the industry is not something that all of them know so well. So they are struggling to understand. And so I think that it is good we have all of you here now, because unity is the way to go. You understand? I think that if we have the backing of each other, then I believe strongly that we are going to be able to make a lot of impact. So that is why I am so happy to be in this meeting. But
thank you.
Like the challenges are the same everywhere.
Okay.
I don't want to repeat anything.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that, my president from Ghana. Let me go to Kenya. Comrade John, over to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, thank you very much. For those who join us later, I'm John from Kenya, president of Digital Transport Forum, and also the chairman to the Digital Partner Society here in Kenya. Now, I have listened to various speakers, and I can understand the problems we face. They are similar. There are various similarities. Here in Kenya, we started the struggle in the at the end of the year 2016, because that's the time Uber joined the Kenyan market, and by then there were very good changes, and the industry, it was very lucrative, and it was very pleasing to the drivers and to the vehicle owners. But after 6 months, everything changed when they dropped their prices to nearly by 50%. So since then, we started to negotiate. We tried to negotiate with them, and it became very impossible to negotiate with them because they never recognizes people in groups. They recognizes individual drivers. That is their statement. So we decided now to approach them through the government, because now they are in Kenya and there's a government in Kenya, so they must talk to the Kenyan rules. However, maybe it may seem, sorry for that, it may appear like it was a bit difficult to make them come to the table, but at long last, they bowed to the pressure, they bowed to our pressure. And when they came to the table, now there is something else we came to realize. The first issue arises from the registration. Right here in Kenya, I don't know whether it is in the same manner elsewhere in the world, but here in Kenya, the app-based companies are registered as not as transport companies, but as technology companies. That was one major problem, because it was so difficult for the government to know which arm should approach the issue, or which organ of the government we belonged to as drivers. Because if we approach the Ministry of Transport, that's the organ which deals with the transport issues, they would deny any involvement, because the companies we operate with, they are not transport companies, but they are technology companies. Then now we go to the local government, that is the county government now. And the county government, they will find it so difficult to approach the issue, because now it is, it is country-based issue, and the county only regulates matters related to the county itself. So we came to realize that, even the government itself, our government itself, was, it was taking us like a hot charcoal. No one wants to hold us. Not the Minister of Transport, not the Minister of Interior, not the Minister of Technology, not even the local government. So it was one major problem, and the application companies, first of all, capitalized on that. There's someone, I really likes to meet a lot. And this is the person who, who sat down and drafted the Uber service level agreement. That was a very well informed guy, because as you check out the service level agreement, these companies have actually set themselves proper. They have protected themselves against all the laws of the world. When you come into Kenya, you try to negotiate with them, you try to take them to court, and it becomes impossible. The reason being, you have signed, you have agreed
to work for them. You have signed a service level agreement with them, and it says you cannot sue Uber in Kenya. Only you can sue Uber in their mother country, that is Netherlands. That was one issue we wanted to set clear. That was the second issue, not the one issue. The first issue was the issue to do with the registration. These companies are not technology companies, but they are transport companies. They get their revenue from transport. And we are licensed by the Transport Authority here in Kenya. So we are transport workers, and we rely on transport for our livelihood. Now, the second issue was the issue of the service level agreement. And this we try to push so much for all the service level agreements from any foreign company. That is a company which did not originate in Kenya. It's foreign, like Uber and Bolt. Bolt is from Estonia, Uber is from Netherlands. Their service level agreements to be customized. They must be abiding by the Kenyan law. That was another issue we tried to push so much. The third issue was the issue to do with the representation. These app companies must stop, and they should stop. They should stop from dealing with individuals. They should also recognize collective groups. If people join a union, if people comes through a union, these app companies must recognize that union so that the union can be able to represent its members fully. But if the app companies continues to recognize individuals, that's where the problem sets in. That was the third issue we pushed so much for it to be implemented. The fourth issue was about commissions. And I'm very happy to announce that, in the drafted regulations, which you are having, the issue to do with commissions. Commissions are to be capped. No application company will be allowed to take more than 15% commission per ride. And we are looking forward for these regulations to be passed come June year 2021. And if they get passed by the Senate House here in Kenya, it will be a milestone ahead for the Kenyan drivers. The other issue I wanted to discuss about, I do have an issue concerning the unions here in Kenya. I'm a unionist myself, and I started advocating for drivers, through a union. And up to today, I can tell you, there's nothing tangible Kenyan unions can show they have done for the Kenyan drivers. Because here in Kenya, I don't know whether it's only in Kenya, but unions here are regarded as, individual projects. You don't have a say, you just have to join and contribute money. The other issues to do with the ITF. Also, ITF Kenya is also regarded as as an individual, project. You cannot approach ITF without going through, certain individuals. And nothing concerns you can be tabled on the ITF table without going through certain individuals. If that can stop, it can be so easy for us. I'm talking for Kenya now. It can be so easy for us now to be able to organize, Kenyan drivers through unions and to make them join unions. But without that now, it will be so difficult for us. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. Let me just clear some issue concerned to the union that you made mention. People like ITF cannot deal with individual people. They deal with the registered union. And if you look at the Kenya there, I think there's a particular union, a WAU or something like that. It's combination of air, transport, and all the transport, they put them that union. I don't know whether you know that union I'm talking about in Kenya. Is a AWU. So, and if you look at if you look at it like that, they did not separate whether land, air, or rain. They match everything together. So what I will advise, because there's a law that established union, the way they deal with union, the ITF is a global thing. They don't deal with individual. So, but when they have a body that is representing a group of people and they know that are registered, is in your obligation to apply for them, that you want to be affiliate to them. And when you said you want to affiliate with them, it's their responsibility to ask other union in your country what the percentage they have. For example, if we want to open a union here in Nigeria, they cannot just open a union for you, a trade union. They cannot just open it for you. What they will do is that they will gazette it into Nigerian law for other union to see if there's any objection. They will object. If there's no any objection, they will pass the union to the law. Because for example, in Nigeria, you cannot have two trade unions in a one organization. So they have to sort that one out constitutionally. So most of the reaction or in reaction of a union or international or local union is governed by the constitution. So any union that is not going through the constitution to govern their affairs is out of order. So that's the only thing I just want to tell you, that when you come to union, all of us are supposed to really understand what we're supposed to do at the right particular time. For example, like ITF, we apply to them that we want to register with them globally. It's not that they will control us, just to have a power, international power globally. Apart from the IAATW we have International Alliance Transport Workers. We started that one in UK, January of this year. In fact, it's a union that comprises of app-based workers and couriers. And if you look at UK, there's a particular union there now, they call it IDUC, that is govern all those people. So we must know where we belong to before we begin to fight. So we need, as a leader of union, we need to educate ourselves, we need to be proactive, we need to be scientific, methodology, technical oriented, so that we can really take this union far from the traditional way of organizing. So that's the only clarification I just want to point out there. We need to work together as a union. If you have an issue, you go to where it's supposed to be constitutionally. I think they will address it. So that's the only thing I just want to say to that. Thank you very much for that information. It's very powerful and it's very, very useful for us in this struggle, because we have to get what we are doing right before we can achieve more, before you can even fight or bring all those Uber and boats to the table. Thank you for that information. So let me go straight to Nigeria. The first president of NUPAP is National Union of Professional App-Based Workers here in Nigeria. So in respect of Evans, to give us what is really going on in Nigeria here, so that you can hear the aspect. Please, let's summarize it, because we still have some questions.
Very much.
People.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm happy to be on this platform.
We need you now, sir. You can hear.
Yes. I welcome my brother from Ghana and everyone on the platform here. My contribution so far on the platform is globally, the challenges we are facing in Nigeria here, as the representative of the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja, in Nigeria, our drivers has more role to play on most of the challenges we are going through. I say, number one, you see, before a group or a union can come together and have a good, strong standing, they must agree together as a family, as a union, before they can achieve any good result. You see, what we are going through in the hands of the app owners like Uber, Taxify, and so on, is because we are not united as one body. The drivers under the app companies, we did not believe in ourselves because we are the key to the industry. Without driver, globally in the whole world, there will be no Uber, there will be no Bolt or any other app companies. They make money from us. We work for the money as a driver under the platform. So what I want as a member of this family, in every state, every country, in your community where you operate as a leader, there are people that you lead in that particular region. But what makes the app companies to override us and look down on us is because we, the drivers that work under the same industry, we are not united. And that's why I so much appreciate my president, Mr. Ayoade Ibrahim, trying to unite the world entirely, or bringing everybody together in order for us to share experience from our individual regions. And so with this, I so much believe that we are going to have a head up in this industry.
Thank you very much. I will still come back to you. We have a powerful person in our mix now. He was working. Okay. He just want to cut off and give us from UK, the president of presidents from the UK. Let me just introduce Comrade Yasin from UK, ADU Junior, and is the coordinator of IAATW2. And I welcome you to the house, Comrade Yasin from the UK. Please, I want you to introduce yourself and give us your experience and advise us. So I will not come back to Africa after that because you are part of the host. Let me just allow you to rest, put aside. Comrade Yasin.
Okay, boss.
Yeah, hi. Could you hear me all right, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, sorry for coming late. I had a job, so I mean...
Before you talk, let me just tell you, we have Ghana here, we have Kenya here, we have Uganda here, we have South Africa here, I think. So, yeah. You can go on.
Yeah, I mean, you got Salahuddin here from India, and we got Ijaz yesterday.
India, Canada, they support us.
No, I just want to say sorry, because what happened is I was working. I thought it's 10 o'clock my time here, yeah? So I said yes, and I'll be here. And just to give you a background, for those who don't know me, my name is Yasin Aslam. So I was an Uber driver back in 2013, 14, 15. I actually was driving in this industry since 2006. So I used to work in the IT. So I was made redundant. I lost my job. So I started doing a bit of taxi or private hire, they call it here, just to get by while I look for a job. But but Uber come to London in 2000 and it was 2012, 2013 when Uber come. So I was one of the first 100 drivers to join them here in London. When they first started off, and it was very good. It was very good. We were making good money. The management treated us with respect. We can go into their office, have a little chit chat with them, and the fares were better. And they used to give us like £10 bonus for each job we did. So that was like, if you did just 10 jobs, that was £100, and £100 alone is good money here for one day. So we all hyped up, excited. We're bringing in drivers and, so it's just good to start off with. But over time, we started seeing a different side where we see drivers getting assaulted. We see the passengers like rating us and, like all that kind of unfair control. We had no say on the commission going up. We had no say on the fares going down. So it's all about trying to make sure we could talk to Uber and be like friends. So we are motto was, look, a happy driver is, like, as long as we could be like real partners. Yeah, that's what we thought. We thought we're Uber's partners and we want to be real partners. That means Uber need to let us know when they reduce the fares or commission, and we could work with Uber and we could negotiate so everyone's happy. But it was only a one-way street. And then slightly, they carried on doing what they're doing, and they got bigger and bigger. And then in 2015, with James Farah, who's a good friend, we launched a case against Uber for workers' right. Now, in the UK, we have three status. So you have like an independent contractor, then you have an employee, and then in the middle, we have like a worker status. Now, a worker status means you're actually independent contractor, you're self-employed, but you're running someone else's business. So, for example, when you're completely self-employed, you're running your own business. And as an independent contractor, as a LIMBY worker, you're running someone else's business. So, as a LIMBY worker, you're entitled to three basic stuff here in the UK. And that means the right to earn the minimum wage, holiday pay, and trade union recognition. So for us, like if we could get trade union recognition, we could go in there, negotiate fares and all these other stuff, yeah? So that's how we really started organizing. So we formed our first organization in 2015, United Pride Hard Rights, completely free. We never charge any membership. And we did a lot of campaigns like protests outside Uber's office, outside other operators such as Bolt, Ola, the regulator, which is like Transport for London. So as we were getting bigger and bigger, one of our problems was we weren't able to sustain ourselves because we were all volunteers and we needed money and resources to do what we need to do. So we then joined a union, a small union, IWGB they're called, yeah? So the deal was, look, we'll come into you and we'll carry on recruiting and campaigning, but you look after the legal side. But again, over time, we did what we can to build a union, but they didn't deliver the service they promised us. So drivers were losing their license and stuff like that, and the union wasn't really helping. And plus, there's other internal issues. So therefore, we broke away. So we now actually managed to get the first ever union in the UK, which is just for drivers and couriers, app drivers and couriers union. So I got elected the president for this union. And we're growing quite well. We're basically back on to 1,300 members we have right now in, so it's small, but it's good, but we're charging the money ourselves. And what we do is none of us get paid. All the money goes back into legal, paying solicitors. So the problem we have in UK is not just Uber. It's also the licensing or the government, you call it. Like the driver needs to get a license from the regulator to work for companies like Uber or Ola or Bolt. So, so we still got the worker status, which we filed in 2015. So Uber kept on appealing that. We won in appeal tribunal. We won in High Court. And this year we were in Supreme Court. We're still waiting for a verdict for that. Last week we started a new action for unfair dismissal because Uber is failing to give us the data, like what's happening, like how they deactivate drivers, and all the algorithm and how it's all programmed. So Uber's defense is like, look, drivers should never have this data. There's no need for it, yeah? But we're saying we need to see that so we could collectively look at how it's working, set up a union trust, data trust fund and do stuff, yeah? Now, so that's it. So this year, earlier this year in January, we set up an international alliance of app drivers. So it's still really early for that. Because of the COVID-19, we all got distracted and we weren't able to complete it. Now, the purpose of this alliance is to set up an international solidarity and we could network and give each other resources so we could build and join and become bigger over time. Now, at the moment, we're drafting the bylaws, but where it stands is we agreed that we're going to have the countries that were there at the start in January as the initial members. And once we set up all the bylaws and stuff like that, we'll then start adding more, delegates from different countries. So someone like Ayodi, he is part of the International Alliance, IAATW. So once the bylaws and everything's ready, probably next year in January, February or March time, will appoint a regional rep who will then look after that region. So at the moment, it's the only active person we have in that region is Ayodi. Yeah, we did have tests, so I don't think most of the people on here know tests, do they? No. Okay. Yeah. No. So basically, so we did have some guys come from Cape Town, and we had someone come from Johannesburg, the movement. Yeah. Unfortunately, they're not really that active, and I think one of the problem we have, and I see this a lot, is when you're organizing, people get burnt out for many reasons, whether it's to do with money because they need to provide for their family, whether it's the pressure, or whether like the like it's just people do get tired and eventually they just lose interest. Yeah. And the whole idea of setting this alliance is so we could piggyback on each other and keep each other motivated, so we could carry on this fight. But that's it. Any questions, or is there, I mean?
Okay. You are veterans in this struggle, and I know reason why I said you need to come to talk to us here for this forum today. It's very, very important for us. Number one, we are heading to crucial time, which is 2021. And if you look at the events that's taking place in 2020, the COVID-19, here in Nigeria, we have SARS must go, the police brutalized, or what have you. So I want you to let us know if there's a hope for us as a GG workers. Yeah, because many people are tired. I won't lie you. Not only Nigeria. If you hear my brother from Ghana, Uganda, and Kenya, they are saying the same problem. In fact, he was overwhelmed. My president for the Ghana was overwhelmed to the extent that the problem are the same. The problem are the same. So with this, you that you are veteran in this struggle, and we are looking people like you as a mirror, as as a mentor for people like us that here in Africa. What are the hope for the GG workers here in Africa and the global world? Secondly, now that you have your union, basically for the app driver and the courier driver here in Ghana, what do you think you can suggest for us here in Africa that will assist us coming 2021?
Yeah, I mean, firstly, I want to say that I'm no one special. Yeah, I'm just
we just honor you. We honor you. You are not special. We just honor you.
Yeah. I mean, the point here is it's about being consistent, and the reason why we've been successful, because we've been doing it since 2014, in fact, prior to forming in 2000. But the reason why we're successful is we've been consistent, and one of the reason why we're really, really successful is, and what we found was our success was having regular meetings. So we used to have one hall. And we used to all of us pay it like £1, whatever it was, and we used to have a meeting every month in the same hall, in the same venue, every month. And when we used to go around and see drivers to invite them, and before you know it, you get 10 drivers, and at one stage we had 300 drivers there, but this was meeting. So people then know you, and they know you're there, and they keep coming, and then they bring their friends and their people. And I think it's about setting up the right team behind you, because you get one or two people like myself or yourself that are active, and then suddenly before you know it, you get burnt out. So this is why you need a good team behind you. You need people behind you, and this is where, when you have a union or a structure and a way people have to join, like a membership organization, then you get commitment. Because people are then committed. Because if you stick like WhatsApp group or Facebook groups, you get a lot of people that would say yes, but they're not really. You don't know how committed they are. Yeah, where when they actually sign up a membership or some kind of form or some kind of organization, and then they come into these meetings, they feel part of that organization and they want to be more involved. Yeah. And it's important to involve people. Like what we do is we make sure we have elections every year. We also make sure that, we have tasks. So if someone wants to do anything, they're welcome. But unfortunately, it is really hard It's very hard organizing drivers. In fact, the hardest sector that you could ever organize are Uber drivers or gig workers such as Uber drivers. Now, here in the UK, it's a bit different. Like couriers are a bit easier to organize, or when they talk about the whole gig economy, the key difference between us and other gig workers is we have a regulator. So if I lose my license, I can't work for Uber. So my license becomes more important. So I have to be able to save my license before fighting Uber. And this is like something that we now do is we help drivers on a day-to-day basic licensing. Yeah. But I think, I mean, to me personally, it doesn't make a difference whether it's association or a union. Yeah. Unfortunately, like the bigger unions, they have the resources, they have the political backing to do what needs to be done to help you. But there's so much political things happening. It gets a bit too distracted within these big unions because they don't want to see a lower class the way they see us do well within that union. Yeah, they don't mind taking our money and all our credit, all our work, the credit for it. But the point is, if you could set up your own separate organization, independent grassroots, and build it up, that's the right way. But if you can't, you need to be part of a bigger union, yeah. And then later on, you could then, set up your own union. But there definitely needs to be some kind of structure and some kind of elected officials or a structure so people feel a part of it. Yeah. Now, one of the biggest problem we have is drivers always think we're there for money. They think you're there to, you just want to make money on the back of them. Yeah, and you just want to pay yourself a nice salary while they go out and work and you're not going to do anything. So that's the first misconception, because your job can't be guaranteed. You get elected and next year you could get taken off and someone else could come into your position. So it definitely needs to have some kind of structure, because if you stick to WhatsApp or Facebook group, you're never going to get anywhere. Yeah. So you just need a handful of like 10 or 20 people, and then it will grow naturally from there.
Thank you very much for that. Let me go to Canada. Just want to know if there's a particular union, as you rightly said, what are the advances you need to give to us here in Africa to boost our morale and to prepare us in brief?
You asking me?
I'm asking that what are the advice you want to give to us to organize ourselves very well here in Nigeria and Africa in general?
I not heard your question actually.
Okay, but can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, what advice can you give to us?
What advance?
Advance can you give to us?
मशवरा आपका क्या है? क्या advice आप दे सकते हैं इसका?
I told you before also, my friend, first of all, you need to organize properly with your city and country. And if you have some federation available over there, then you have to join that federations to get more support and more unity and more membership and more power. And everything you need also a money.
That's where the problem
Without is. Money, no honey.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, two things: unity, money, and good membership, and with good under the umbrella of a strong union.
God bless you for that. Thank you very much. Because we don't want to take much time, people have been waiting since. Salahuddin.
Could I just add something to that? Okay. I mean, it's important. We do need money and resources. So it's like us guys. If we had money or someone gave us money, we would become bigger a lot quicker. We could pay our people, the drivers, to go out and do recruitment. Yeah.
Okay.
But at the same time, we have to remember it's our fight, and we have to fight it ourselves. We can't be dependent on someone. Okay. And that's why we started charging membership, because if you could build it and sustain it yourself, and you're not reliant, that is the best outcome. And you're not, you can make it as big as you want. You're not like, basically you're in control. I do see a lot where you get funding, people give you money, but then next year they pull out and the whole organization collapses as well. Yeah. So the whole idea, this is what, going back to my previous point, is having membership and people joining. Is charge some kind of membership fees, whether it's $1 or $2 or $3, so you can go for numbers and get something.
Thank you for that.
Sorry for butting. Yeah.
Thank you. Salahuddin, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. In brief, what do you tell us?
No, that is my thing only. Just before held my Yasin Bhai also, my image Bhai also is very well. We have that plan from basic level, ground level, okay, because all unions and federation collaborated in one umbrella, because we have all our bifurcated like only, we can't success anytime. Okay, we have come nowadays, we can come one umbrella, all associations and unions, federations, okay, like ITF is the big umbrella, not only India, he has a one of world level. That type of an organization should be built nowadays, frontline. Recently, my brother has tell, he is very well. Money is one, and another network is one important thing. Money and network, subject and clarity, our vision is the major role to go future, our organization.
Thank you very much. Just 4 minutes.
There is my only thought, that is, are you satisfied, not satisfied, I don't know, but it is now what I am telling, that is 100% genuine. Okay, this is nowadays we must and should, that much of clarity we can go front lane. Okay, we can front level, can upper level. This is the very most urgency nowadays.
Yeah, thank you very much, we appreciate. Let me go back to Evans, just in 1 minute, just add to what you are saying, please. As these guys here, Ayomide, are you still around? I don't think so. Okay. Yes, okay. Let me just try to summarize things so that we can be able to close this meeting, because I've been seeing a lot of people talking on the ground. What will happen is that oh my God.